So when I say that most technical changes are transient, or rather most technical styles are transient, what I mean is that they're supposed to be something that are impermanent, that are temporary, that you're supposed to pass through. So the same way when you're, let's say, learning to spell when you're at school, you'll get told to sound out each letter so that you can spell the word. You don't continue to do that as you get older. You slowly learn to just be able to recognize the word and not have to sound each letter out. You begin to just recognize it straight away as the whole word, so it saves you time. And that becomes more efficient, that becomes more effective. That is a transient learning period where you go through it because it's to help you learn how to do the thing better. With technical styles and technical models, I think we need to separate them out from the actual technical principles, because there's different principles that you need to adhere by, because they are physics, they're laws of gravity, they're laws of how your body works, they're laws of biomechanics. You need to make sure you're leveraging yourself so the bar's nice and close, you're using the most amount of muscle mass possible, you're putting yourself in advantageous positions according to your structure so that you can produce the most force and move with good rhythm, with good relaxation when it's prudent, making sure you keep the bar close, making sure you can pull the bar as high and as fast as possible and catch as low as possible. Now, all of those things just sound like tasks. They don't have a specific instruction, like you need to have your knee in this position, your back needs to be exactly this angle. There's no definite things, it's just you need to achieve those things. And technical models and technical styles are meant to help you do that better. Once a technical model or technical style stops you from doing it better to the best of your ability, it means it's time to move on from it. Now, the reason some technical styles will suit some people as a transient learning phase that may last longer than you think is because it helps you to fill a gap that you currently don't have in your technical style. For me, I learned to weightlift from an old John North video on YouTube where it encouraged you to not use your arms too much, or if you did use your arms, to slam it back into the hip to get really aggressive bar body contact so that you could use speed and momentum to get under the bar. Now, because of that, I didn't learn how to control tempo off the floor. I didn't learn how to use my arms to turn myself under the bar. I just learned to use my arms to pull the bar into the hip for more aggressive contact. I didn't learn how to vertically extend so I could use my legs more. So then doing no footwork and no contact snatches for a while, doing more of a Chinese style weightlifting technical model for myself, ended up teaching me how to fill the gaps of things I didn't do very well. But then when I came away from that, like basically now, I end up still using quite aggressive bar body contact. I still end up using my arms a little bit to sweep the bar in, using my lats, but I still have enough of what that style taught me that it makes the way that I prefer to lift, that I feel more advantageous lifting in, better. This is the way you need to look at it. So when you see people where, let's say, they look really, really quad dominant and they like sitting really, really upright in their start position, sometimes someone may tell them to get a little bit further over the bar to use their back and hips more because they don't understand how to do that because it's not comfortable for them. They do that for, let's say, 6 months to a year. Then when they go back to that more vertical style, all of a sudden they now understand how to use their back to aid them in doing the lift the way that their body prefers. Same in the opposite sense. When you get someone with super long limbs and they use more of a Chinese style or like a more upright Asian weightlifting style for a while, they may find out that, oh, I actually understand how to use my legs and how to make lifts when the bar's not moving as fast. I understand how to keep my arms relaxed for longer. I understand timing and bar path a bit more now. So now when they go back to the more like aggressive, like European style, where you're using more hip contact, you're staying a bit further over the bar, you're trying to move a bit faster, the things they've learned from the opposite style then help them to make their style work more. When you find a style that works for you, just be cognizant that it doesn't always mean you're meant to stay with that style forever. Sometimes it means you're meant to learn as much as you can from it, then transition into another one. And sometimes you will find that you never actually find a very strict, fixed, like it's set in stone style that suits you forever. You'll kind of go back and forth and borrow things from different styles. And that is also fine. Just remember that technical models and technical styles are probably meant to be a bit transient. You're probably meant to move through different aspects of them so you can learn what you need to make your own unique style. And that's how the process is supposed to work. You're supposed to start one technical model to get you to learn things, to teach you things. You're then supposed to go and experiment a little bit, and then you come full circle back around to being able to understand technique at a deeper level where it's about the principles of movement rather than just you need to have your back at this angle, or you need to stay over until this position. Your knee needs to reach X angle before you extend. You begin to learn what the technical model is trying to make you do, so then you can just do it better by experimenting and see what works for you. That's why technical styles are often transient, but the technical principles that underpin them are not.